Hello and a wonderful day to each and every one of you joining us from different parts of the world. I am GMD Susan from the Philippines, and I am truly honored and excited to welcome you all to episode 3 of Health Talks by PK. Today is extra special because we'll talk about fiber, something so important that helps us stay light, lean, sexy, and healthy for life. And of course, we are privileged to be joined our Lifestyles Global Network Senior Vice President from Canada, Mr. Paul Kramer. Sir Paul visits the Philippines a few times a year and travel all over the country conducting health seminars. Through this online show, we now have the privilege of being able to attend more trainings and gain valuable knowledge about health and nutrition. Plus, there is a special bonus. At the end of the training, there will be a question and answer portion. So stick around until the end because a few lifestyle distributors will have the privilege of asking their questions to be answered by no other than Mr. Paul Kramer himself. And now, to tell us one of the best stories on how to get your summer body ready with the help of Fiber Life, let us welcome from Honolulu, Hawaii, International Marketing Director Sharon Barsatan. The screen is yours, IMD.
Good morning! I am one of the International Marketing Director, Sharon Barsatan, from Honolulu, Hawaii, USA. Yes, I can share my lifestyle's journey of Fiber Life. I used to weigh 200 pounds and it was difficult for me to move around because of my weight. And I love to eat sweets like cake, donuts, chocolate, and also drink most of the time milk tea. Plus, I am also a rice eater. Yes, since I was stressed with work before as a lady guard at Honolulu Airport. And this is my stress reliever. I drink regularly our Fiber Life. 2 capsules with a glass of warm water in 30 minutes before my meal daily. Plus, mindful of my food intakes. And I was practice healthy diet. Eat more vegetables like cucumber and fruits, apple as my snacks, and exercise at least 30 minutes daily. So after 90 days from 200 pounds, I lost 48 pounds. Big thanks to Fiber Life with the natural ingredients like konjac glucomannan and cinnamon extract that help my appetite control, blood sugar control, and cholesterol control. And take Fiber Life every day to feel light, vibrant, and energetic. Thank you, and to God be all the glory.
Wow, thank you so much. I am the Sharon Barsatan. Grabe, what an amazing weight loss journey. Proof talaga that Fiber Life works and super, super, super effective. Yes. So now, to tell us more about the product, here is the brief background about our speaker. Sir Paul Kramer has over 25 years of experience in nutritional product development, network marketing, and corporate management, and is the author of the best-selling book, Fighting Body Pollution, which is now published in 8 languages worldwide. As a registered nutritional consultant, Sir Paul is a respected expert within the health industry and has conducted health seminars around the world. He is a graduate of the Canadian Nutrition Institute's Advanced Holistic Nutrition Program and currently represents lifestyles as a member of the Canadian Health Food Association and the American Botanical Council. Please, everyone, help me welcome all the way from Toronto, Canada, Mr. Paul Kramer. The floor is yours, Sir Paul.
Good morning, lifestylers. Good morning, everybody. Thank you to our wonderful, amazing, super excited host, GMD Susan from Cebu City. Susan, thank you so much. Great to be with you. Great to be with everybody on the call today. Great topic today. Really, really excited to talk about something that a lot of people don't really talk enough about, in my opinion, which is fiber and what it can do for you, what it can do for your health. You know, the theme today is summer, right? Because summer is coming. It's coming in the Philippines. And actually, believe it or not, it's starting to get warmer here in Toronto as well. And we're looking forward to a wonderful summer. And, you know, when you think about summer, you think about, you know, shorts and t-shirts and light clothing, and you think about the beach, and you think about the sand and the sun and all those wonderful things. And then you start thinking, wow, you know, like, I want to look my best, right? I want to look as good as I can this summer. I want to be healthy. I want to have lots of energy. So the theme today is light, lean, and healthy. That's what we're talking about today. Light, lean, and healthy. And I'm telling you, fiber can help get you there. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about what it is. We're going to talk about what types of foods are high in fiber and which aren't. And we're going to talk about what the health benefits are of increasing the fiber in your diet. And of course, right at the end, we're going to pull in our wonderful Fiber Life product and tell you what it can do for you and how it can help you. So let's get started here on the two main types of fiber. So the one thing that's really, really important here to remember, and this is sort of an overriding theme. Animal products do not contain fiber, only plant products. So when you think about fish, when you think about chicken, when you think about beef, when you think about pork, when you think about eggs, none of those foods contain fiber. So anything that comes from an animal does not contain fiber. Anything that comes from a plant does contain fiber. So when you're thinking about what you're eating, I think a general rule, a really good rule, is if you look at your plate, your round plate, 25% of what's on your plate should be animal foods, protein, and 75% should be plant foods, which contain fiber. So 25% of your plate protein, things like fish, chicken, beef, pork, all those nice things, eggs, all those good sources of protein which your body needs for your muscles, for your strength. And then 75% should be plant foods because those are high in fiber, those are high in antioxidants, those are high in phytonutrients, which are amazing nutrients that can help your body. They're all anti-aging nutrients. So just think about that, you know, when you're eating, right? It's the 75-25 rule. Great thing to remember, okay? So when it comes to that 75%, right? There are two main types of fiber. Very simple. Soluble fiber means it dissolves in water. And soluble fiber dissolves in water and it creates a gel and it has major health benefits. Slows your digestion, lowers cholesterol, lowers blood sugar. So what type of foods are soluble fibers? Oats, beans, apples, things like that. Those are soluble fibers. If you get on your computer and you just type in soluble fiber foods, it's going to give you a list of amazing foods that are soluble fibers, right? The second type of fiber is insoluble fiber, which means it does not dissolve in water. And those help bulk your body up. They help move food through your digestive system. Those types of foods are whole grains, vegetables, skins of different fruits like apples and all those other things, which are really, really important. That's insoluble fiber. So if you're eating 75% of your plate with vegetables or plant-based foods, you're going to get a great combination of soluble and insoluble fiber. Okay. So Both of them are important. Both of them do different things. All right. Now, let's take a look at, how much fiber are people actually eating, right? And you're going to be very, very surprised. Let's look at this next slide here. Um, what the health experts, anybody who's in the health field, will tell you the average person needs 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. Okay, 25 to 30. Now, when you look at surveys about what people eat in America in particular, but also around the world, it's just that in America they have better surveys, they know more about what people are eating. 90% of adults in the US and in Canada, by the way, are not getting the fiber that they need. And I know this applies to Europe and it applies to the Philippines and all these other markets. 90% of people are not getting the 25 to 30 grams of fiber because most people aren't following the 75-25 rule, right? They've got way more protein. They don't have enough animal products. They're not getting enough fiber in their diet. So really, really important that you increase the fiber, increase your plant intake. But a tip for success around this is to do it slowly, right? Fiber is a food that you should start building up slowly so that your body gets used to it, and then you will experience the major benefits of fiber. The other thing that's really important, and it's something I'm going to talk about a lot during this presentation, is drinking water. Okay. It is so, so important that you drink water when you're consuming a high fiber diet or when you're using our product Fiber Life. Super, super important. Sharon talked about it earlier. I loved her testimony, by the way. Um, Congratulations, Sharon, on that amazing weight loss experience you had with Fiber Life. The one thing she mentioned, though, that I thought was interesting is that she takes the fiber with warm water. But the key is she's drinking water with fiber. And that is something I don't want you guys to forget. It's really, really important because what that does is it helps move the fiber through your system, and that is what gives your body the major, major benefits. And it makes it a lot more comfortable and it makes it healthier, and you're going to feel a whole lot better if you drink a lot of water. So very, very important. So the two things on this slide that are important is number one, 90% of people should be eating more fiber than they're eating today. And when you increase your fiber intake, do it slowly and make sure you're drinking lots of water. Okay. So let's take a look at the next slide. What we're going to talk about here are the benefits. So what does fiber actually do? And, as a nutritionist and somebody who talks about health on a regular basis, everybody loves to talk about protein and everybody loves to worry about eating fat. I got to lower my fat intake and protein. I need more protein. Nobody talks about fiber, but it is so, so important. It's the most underappreciated of the major nutrients because the health benefits for fiber are through the roof. Look at this. Promote digestive health and regularity. Moving the food through your system is so, so important. Your digestive system, all that's going on in your body, fiber is a major benefit for that. Okay. It aids in weight management. Boy, we saw that with Sharon's testimony. We see that with people around the world. The more fiber you have in your diet, believe it or not, the leaner you're going to be, the lighter you're going to be, the healthier you're going to be. So it helps in weight management. It also helps lower cholesterol levels. Now, the number one cause of death amongst men and women is heart disease. And one of the major risk factors for heart disease is high cholesterol. So, how can you manage your cholesterol naturally without having to go on medication? Increase your fiber levels. Soluble and insoluble fiber over time are going to help keep your cholesterol levels low because fiber grabs cholesterol in your body and pulls it out of your system, pulls it out of your body. Very, very important. Also controls blood sugar. Now, we know in the Philippines and in every country, the fastest growing disease in the world is diabetes. More people are getting diabetes each and every year, which is, of course, high blood sugar. And one of the ways to deal with that naturally, without taking medicine, is increasing your fiber levels because fiber helps control blood sugar. And you'll see that when we talk about Fiber Life in a second. So you've got some major benefits, but it doesn't, excuse me, it doesn't stop there. We have a healthy gut microbiome, which is important, right? These are all the little germs that are inside your body that keep you healthy, actually, right? And what do those little guys like to eat? They eat fiber. They don't eat protein. They love fiber. So if you want a healthy gut microbiome, and by the way, maybe you don't even know what that is, but boy, you should check it out because we know that a healthy gut microbiome, having these little healthy bugs in your body, for lack of a better word. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but boy, does it ever help with your mental health. It helps with your mood, your attitude, the whole thing. There's a major connection between what's happening in your digestive system and what's happening in your brain. The two are actually talking to each other. Okay. So fiber is going to make you feel better. Okay. Physically, and it's also going to make you feel better mentally, which is really, really important. And the last one is sort of an umbrella, right? Like, what does fiber do? If you could say one thing, it reduces your risk of chronic disease. Chronic disease are things like heart disease, things like cancer, things like diabetes, all the major chronic diseases. Fiber can help lower your risk of all those different chronic diseases. So if you look at this slide, and you consider, these little plants, these vegetables and these fruits, they are miraculous. And the more we can get in our diet, remember 75-25 on your plate, that is going to help your health immensely. Okay, it's going to help your health immensely. All right, let's take a look at the next slide. So we know what the benefits of fiber are. Now, we also know people aren't getting enough fiber. So now what we can do is we can talk about Fiber Life, which is an amazing product that Lifestyles has. It's the product that Sharon was talking about. She takes 2 capsules with warm water it doesn't have to be warm water, by the way, you can just drink it water, but she takes 2 capsules prior to each meal, which I think is fantastic. It's a great formula. So what are the benefits of Fiber Life? Okay, very, very simple. It's like ABCs. When you're a little kid in school, your ABCs, right? So we have A is appetite control. Okay, so you're going to eat less food. Therefore, you're going to look slimmer. You're going to weigh less. And you're going to be lean. And you're going to be light. And you're going to be healthy. So controlling your appetite. Most people eat too much food, right? And not enough of the right foods, right? Once again, 75-25. That's a fabulous rule. Now, B stands for blood sugar, okay? Like we talked about, what does fiber do and what does Fiber Life do? It lowers your blood sugar. It keeps your blood sugar low. And this is important, especially when you're eating a lot, for people who are eating processed foods. Like, I joke about anything that's white, like white sugar, white flour, white cereal, white rice, white pasta, white people. Don't eat white people. Don't eat white people. Okay? Anything that's white does not contain the fiber that brown foods contain. So brown rice has more fiber than white rice. Brown bread has more fiber than white bread. Okay? Very important because those foods can help, the brown foods can help lower your blood sugar. The white foods raise your blood sugar. Okay, so we want more brown foods on our plate than we want white foods. We want more brown foods in our diet than we want white foods. Okay, because white foods are processed and the fiber has been taken out of them. Okay, not only the fiber, but also very, very important vitamins and minerals are removed. Okay, so we want to keep our blood sugar down because we don't want diabetes. We don't want to be on insulin. We don't want medication, right? And the third thing, the C, is cholesterol. And remember, number 1 cause of death amongst men and women both is heart disease. And cholesterol is a major risk factor for heart disease. So we want to keep our cholesterol down. We want to keep our blood sugar down. All right. So these are some great, great benefits of Fiber Life. Now let's take a look at the ingredients. So how does it work? First of all, Fiber Life is very important to take before you eat with a large glass of water. Warm water, cold water, doesn't matter. What happens is the water and the Fiber Life mix together and they form a gel because Fiber Life is a soluble fiber, meaning it dissolves in water, right? So when you take it with water, it dissolves in the water and it creates a gel. And the gel is what keeps your cholesterol low, keeps your blood sugar lower, keeps you feeling full, all of those things. In addition, we have cinnamon bark, and we're going to talk a little bit about that because that's a very, very unique ingredient and really a big part of Fiber Life. Okay, so let's look at the main ingredient, which is, of course, the konjac, right? So, soluble fiber, the number one ingredient in Fiber Life is konjac glucomannan. It's a root fiber. Of course, it's a plant, right? It's not an animal product, it's a plant product. So it's very, very high. It is the highest source of soluble fiber on the planet. There's no better soluble fiber than konjac fiber. That's why we use it in Fiber Life. It's extremely powerful. It absorbs a lot of water. It absorbs a lot of water. And that's what makes it so effective, right? And I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but it is a very unique type of fiber. It's very, very unique and it works in very, very powerful ways. Okay. So that's our soluble fiber. That's our main source, konjac root fiber. Okay. Now let's talk about cinnamon because cinnamon is an amazing product. I would encourage everybody, anytime you can have cinnamon, whether it's on your coffee, in your tea, on your food, you can cook with cinnamon. Anytime you can use the spice cinnamon, once again, it's a spice, it's a plant, right? And it is so high in antioxidants, which really keep you looking young, feeling young, having energy. And cinnamon also reduces blood sugar. Really important. So that's why cinnamon is with the konjac. It reduces, keeps your blood sugar low, and also helps in the digestive process. Cinnamon is very good for your tummy. Okay. So use it as much as you can, whenever you can. You know, if you go to the coffee shop, sometimes they have cinnamon you can put on the top of your coffee. Great idea. Really, really energizes your coffee. But we have an amazing, very concentrated source of cinnamon right in with our Fiber Life product. So that's one of the things that make it so unique, right? And there are other things in there too that we're going to talk about in a second. So cinnamon and konjac, tremendous combination. All right, so let's take a look at the next slide. We're going to talk about blood sugar because it's so important. And I know that, you know, especially with younger people, even with all of us, right? Anytime you have, you know, a lot of sugar at a meal, let's say you're drinking iced tea, you have dessert, all of these things, your blood sugar goes up really, really fast when you eat anything that's white or any processed food, okay? Even if you eat a bag of chips, your blood sugar goes up, okay? So when your blood sugar goes up, your body has to make insulin because high blood sugar is very dangerous. So your body makes insulin, your blood sugar comes down. But now you feel hungry, you can't think, so you eat a chocolate bar, your blood sugar goes up and it goes down. And this is something that happens a lot to people where their blood sugar is very unstable. It goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down. And when you do that, when you eat a lot of processed food or a lot of white foods versus brown foods, you're really, really playing with the possibility of having of creating diabetes, of giving yourself diabetes through a poor diet. And it's really, really something that's common because we see that diabetes is the fastest growing disease. And it's because your body's insulin doesn't work anymore. Okay, you either don't make enough of it or the insulin can't bring your sugar down far enough. And that's what causes diabetes. And then you need to take medication. So what we want is we want you to eat more plant foods. We want you to use Fiber Life so that when you eat your blood, let's look at the next slide. Your blood sugar does not go up as high and it doesn't have to come down. So you see this nice flat curve here. When you're using Fiber Life, just like Sharon did before a meal with a large glass of water, you can have white rice, you can eat some things like that, you could enjoy a dessert because your blood sugar is going to stay low because you've got that Fiber Life gel working in your tummy to keep your blood sugar down. Okay, so really super, super important. try as best you can to eat as many brown foods and as many plant-based foods as you can. Take Fiber Life before your meal, and you will be reducing your chances of getting diabetes or having any chronic disease by a really, really high percentage. Not difficult to do. Easy principles, right? 75% of your plate plants, 25% animal foods for protein, and just take Fiber Life before each meal with a large glass of water, and you're really, really going to help keep that blood sugar under control and also lower your cholesterol levels too over time. Okay. So super, super excited to talk about this. I hope I've given you some information about fiber that maybe you didn't know about, or maybe you didn't appreciate how important it is for your health and what it can really do long term for your overall health, your wellness, and with summer coming, Susan, let me tell you, we want to get people's fiber ramped up. We want everybody lean, we want them light, and we want them healthy. So I'm going to send it back over to you. I think we're going to do the Q&A now, and I know we've got hopefully some good questions. I think we do. So I'm going to throw it back over to GMD Susan, and let's see what we got here for the Q&A.
Wow, thank you so much, Sir Paul, for that insightful sharing. It really showed us how essential fiber is in helping us achieve a lean, light, and a healthy body. God, very, very ready for summer. Now let's proceed and call on our selected lifestyle distributors to share their questions. Starting off with NMD Athena Esporlas from Metro Manila. The screen is yours, NMD.
Hi, Sir Paul. My question is, if I have a goal of lowering my elevated blood sugar and cholesterol, how soon can I see results from the time I started taking Fiber Life? Thank you.
Hi, NMD Athena. Great to see you again. I remember seeing you at all the lifestyles meetings. Can't wait to come back to the Philippines and see you again. Great question, by the way. Thank you very much for that. I love this question because it highlights something about nutrition and supplements that people need to know. Number one, very important. Let's say you're taking medication for something. Let's say you're taking medication for high cholesterol or high blood sugar. Never stop taking your medication unless you talk to your doctor first, right? That's number one. Very, very important. We always tell people supplements can really, really help get you healthier. And a lot of times, hopefully lower or even get rid of medication, but you cannot do that until you talk to your doctor and you coordinate with your doctor around that. So that's number one. Number two is people always ask, well, how soon is it going to work? Right? Like how soon am I going to get benefits from Intra, Fiber Life, Cardio Life, Nutria Plus? People want results right away, right? But Athena has a great question because when it comes to Fiber Life and blood sugar and cholesterol, there are two different answers. Number one, with blood sugar, as soon as you start taking Fiber Life in your diet, your blood sugar is going to become lower. It's not going to go up as high, okay? So you're going to get the benefits immediately when you take the product, right? So that's really important to know with blood sugar. It's going to help you right away. With cholesterol, though, it's going to take some time. So what you're going to see is you're going to see after 1 month, approximately 1 month, as long as you take it every single day, you're going to start seeing benefits with cholesterol, but it could take up to 6 months to get a measurable benefit where you can have your cholesterol tested, in your blood. You get a blood test done, they check your cholesterol. Could take up to 6 months to see that number really start to come down, okay? And this is important. It's only going to happen. It's only going to happen if you use the product every single day and you're consistent, right? You're consistent. Now, where you will get even better benefits, number one is if you drink more water with Fiber Life. And number two, if you go 75% plants on your plate and 25% animal products on your plate, along with Fiber Life, boy, oh boy, you are going to see amazing, amazing benefits. But with blood sugar, it happens very quickly. With cholesterol, it takes longer. Okay. And again, we don't sell drugs. We don't sell cures for disease. We don't sell medicine. We sell natural health products. And those natural health products take time to work, and you must be consistent and you must use them each and every day. But I promise you, and we guarantee you, that if you take the products every day, you will see a positive result. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Athena, thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much, Sir Paul, and thank you so much, NMD, for sharing your question. Next, who will ask a question is from Lifestyles Philippines Senior Business Development Manager, Sir Hill Panday from Bacolod. Take it away, Sir Hill.
Good morning, Sir Paul, and good morning, GMD Susan. So my question is, how does Fibre Life compare with other common fiber supplements like psyllium, chia seeds, and flax seeds?
Wow, BD manager Sir Hill Pandai. Thank you. I've never answered a question on a show from a BD before. This is like Hill, you can ask me a question anytime. I mean, anyway, it's good to see you. Fantastic to see. By the way, we should give the whole BD team a big shout out here. I'm going to give them a big shout out because Hill and Jill and their team, they're amazing at supporting our distributors. They work so hard. They're always there along with GM Chantel to keep that amazing country in the Philippines lifestyles going. So we appreciate you guys. We love you from Canada. I'm hoping you can feel it. And great question by Sir Hill. Great question. Yeah, so here's the thing about, by the way, those are all great foods. Everything that Hill mentioned, psyllium, chia, flax seeds, those are all amazing. The more of those you can get in your diet, in your 75% on your plate, the healthier you're going to be. Here's what sets Fiber Life apart. Fiber Life is not one fiber, okay? It's konjac fiber, it's gums. We have gums that create the gel along with the konjac. And we also have cinnamon extract to work together with them. Okay. So Fiber Life is a combination of ingredients that work synergistically. That means work together to give you a very powerful effect. The other main difference is all the foods that Hill mentioned, konjac root fiber has a higher viscosity, meaning it absorbs more water than all of those other foods, right? That's what makes it more powerful. It's such a unique type of fiber, and that's really what sets Fiber Life apart. But as I said earlier, the more of those foods you can eat along with Fiber Life, the healthier you're going to be. The one thing that makes Fiber Life different is it absorbs a lot of water. That's what makes it powerful. That's why you have to drink more water with Fiber Life than you do with chia and with flax and all those other things, okay? So the combination of the ingredients plus drinking the water makes Fiber Life the more powerful type of fiber, okay? So Hill, I hope that answered your question, and you guys keep up the amazing work there. You guys are doing fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Paul. And of course, thank you, Sir Hill, for sharing such a powerful question. And of course, the third question is from me.
Oh!
Thank you, Sir Paul, for choosing me, for choosing my question. Now, my question, Sir Paul, is while taking Fiber Life, what other lifestyle changes do you recommend in order to achieve weight loss goals in time for summer?
All right, GMD Susan, amazing question. Thank you so much. Fantastic question. And this is great too, because when Sharon was talking earlier, she mentioned a couple of things that I'm going to talk about, which I think contributed to her amazing transformation, right? And one of the things she said is that she watched the food that she was eating. She watched her calories, right? So number one, along with Fiber Life, if you want to lose weight, you want to be light, you want to be lean, the number one thing is eat fewer calories, which means eat less food. Okay. So don't eat more than your body needs. A lot of people eat more than their body needs. And if you do that, the food has to go somewhere and it's going to end up on the bill, right? That's where the excess food goes. It goes on the bill. And we don't want that. We don't want the bill. Okay. We want to be light. We want to be lean. So rule number one, eat less food, eat fewer calories, right? Rule number two is the 75-25 rule. Have protein at every meal, 25% of your plate, but at every single meal. Every time you eat, you need protein because protein helps keep your muscles strong. And it also is a great way to feel full, right? So you're not hungry right away. When you do 25% animal products, 75% plant products, you're going to feel full after each meal and you're not going to need to eat as much food, right? You're going to feel better and healthier with eating less food. That means that over time, your body is going to lose weight and the bill will disappear. Okay. So really, really important. The number three thing, reduce anything that's white. Okay. So starchy foods like rice, like pasta, like bread, all the things. I know they're good. Try to eliminate or reduce them substantially. More brown food, less white food, and stay away from the starchy foods if you can. Okay? Because those are really things that increase your blood sugar. And when your blood sugar goes up, your body increases the bill. That's where that sugar goes. It doesn't disappear. The insulin takes the sugar and puts it on the bill. So you don't want that. Right? So eliminate or reduce or eliminate those white starchy foods. And then, of course, the last one, that's the second last one. The second last one is reduce your sugar. Okay. Try to reduce your sugar. So don't put sugar in your coffee. Try not to put sugar in your tea. Try not to drink as much pops and iced teas. These things are so high in sugar. And that sugar causes your blood sugar to go up, so it contributes to diabetes, but it also, when your body makes insulin and brings your blood sugar down, that blood sugar goes and stored in the bill. So anytime you can eliminate sugar, keep an eye on it, try to reduce it. If you use sugar in your coffee, start using a little bit less every month until you can maybe get to zero. And it's really good to do that because these things are just things that are important for your health, number one, but also they're going to make you lose weight and look so much better for the summer months. Okay. So, and the last one, which is the one we've talked about a lot today, is drink more water. Okay. Even when you're not taking Fiber Life, you should be drinking more water because more water will help flush things out of the body. It helps your body function better. It helps your digestive system function better. So if you can do all of those things, and they're basic 5 principles that you need to follow, if you can try to improve. Nobody's perfect, right? Everybody's gonna have their things that they love to eat, and they're gonna slip up. But it's just try and stick to these principles as best you can. Try to make daily improvements, and I guess the biggest thing is just think about what you're eating, right? Think when you look at something: is this going to help me? Or is this going to hurt me, right? Is this going to make me lean and light, or is this going to make me fluffy with bill, right? So just think a little bit about what you're eating, and hopefully, the more times you make a good choice, the better off you're going to be in the long term. And then eventually, you're going to wake up and go, "Wow, I'm eating completely different than I was 6 months ago," right? Or I'm eating completely different than I was a year ago, and you didn't do it in one day. You did it over time, and you just did little things every day, step by step. And that's the real way to do it. It's like building the lifestyles business. You have to do little by little, bit by bit, step by step, right? And improving your diet and improving your health is the same thing. If you do it slowly, you're more likely to have success because you're more likely to be more consistent, right? And when it comes to using our products and when it comes to making healthy food choices, the consistency is important, and try to do these things every day as best you can, but also be nice to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. If you miss Fiber Life one day, or you go to, dare I say it, Jollibee, and so just be kind to yourself, but try to get back and be consistent and do more things better each and every day if you can. So I hope that helps you guys. It's been great being with you this morning here. We're looking forward to a beautiful sunny day here in Toronto, Canada. Looking forward to summer, and let's all stay light, let's all stay lean, and let's all stay healthy. GMD Susan, I'm going to hand it back over to you. And everybody have a great, great day wherever you are in the lifestyles world. Thank you for joining me, and good morning.
Thank you so much, Sir Paul. I completely agree because with Fiber Life and proper lifestyle changes, I've seen it myself. I've been a product of Fiber Life. That's why I'm fit now. It really helps me stay fit and healthy. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you to all the participants who asked their questions. A big thanks also to Sir Paul, of course, for this valuable training. We sure learned a lot. And to all of you who's watching, see you on the next episode of Health Talks with PK. This has been your host, Susan Shabion. Thank you, everyone, and good morning.